This artwork has been supplied to me free of charge from Fanhome.com. Please pop along to their website and see all of the other build-up artworks that they have to offer, as well as other collections of collectible things. I would like to thank Fanhome for providing me with the artwork so I can produce these videos for your enjoyment and educational needs. If you'd like to build one of your own, pop along to fanhome.com. They're available in many countries worldwide. If you do want to build one, leave a note in the comments to let me know how you're getting on. So thank you once more to Fanhome for providing me with this kit. I hope you enjoy the build. Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models. Welcome to issue 47 of Building Knight Rider's Kit. This is a pretty difficult and complicated issue by the looks of it, with the build parties. The looking at the magazine is going to be very, very easy. But when we come to the building, is a lot of disassembly to do before assembly. Yeah, I don't know. But looking at the series, we've got Goliath Returns, Part 1, Episode 18 from Season 2, when Goliath returns, funnily enough. Knight escapes from prison. Rebuilt the monster truck Goliath. Yeah, that's all of that. Stuff going on in there, quite a lot of information about that, and I expect Part 2 will be next time. In Goliath Returns, Michael and Kitt once again face perhaps the most dangerous foe so far. Darth Knight and Goliath's, big truck, and yeah, episode ends with their future up in the air. Quite a long way up in the air by the looks of it as well. But yeah, we'll see what happens next time in that. Yes, in the build itself, that is the next page, isn't it? We are positioning the wires for the brake pedal and the dashboard. So we've got some parts for where the brake pedal is going to go. We've got to take some wires off of the kit, and then take even more wires off and plug them into the dashboard, basically. So we're going to start taking the dashboard apart, the steering column piece as well, the keypad. And yeah, basically doing all of that. So we'll do that in a moment. We're looking at Garth Knight again, part 2 of looking at Garth. It was played with Hasselhoff. You might not have guessed because he looks so different with the. Interesting. There we go. That's that. Right, let's clear the bench. Let's get the parts ready. I'm going to take the wires off of the car without having it on the screen here, because there's no point in bringing the whole thing over just to unplug a couple of cables. So I'll get the cables unplugged and we'll just be playing with those today. So I shall see you in just a moment. So here we have the parts from this issue, the dashboard and the control yoke, the wires that I've unplugged, and the first wire that I've unplugged, and all the other lights. And yeah, let's get it on. We need to install the switch to this little bracket piece, which has got to go that way round. Wires coming off that side. Now they've got them coming off sideways, but they're coming off backwards. I'm going to leave them backwards and hope that that's right. If I need to, I can obviously correct and bend them. But I'd rather not bend them for the sake of it and then find out that I don't actually have to. I'll leave that on there. That sits on there. Then that goes into with the switch. And coming out of the slot, that's fit in with a screw. Can't see where. No screw hole. Screw comes in from the front and goes through there. Probably work that way round. Going in that way up. Bit, maybe. But it being, oh no, it's got the wires coming in from that side. Yeah, that looks like that's going to fit in there. The little tag fits down the bottom of that, and then the screw will fit above it, obviously with the wires then coming out. And that's being held in place with a AP screw. Conveniently supplied me with this time round. Get one of those out. Screwdriver ready to go. What I'm going to do is put that in place loosely first, and then worry about getting the switch pulled into it, because I think that's going to be a bit of a pain. So that's going through there. That's working like that. Let's remember which way that's that way round. The wire's coming off that side, so it's got to go like that. Bit behind there. Then I should be able to tighten this up. Just like that. Then we've got the switch will be activated by the brake pedal in there. That looks like a thing. Hopefully that will be exactly as intended. Don't know. I'm going to adjust that just a touch. That square. That seems to be that. Then it says to unplug all of the other wires, which I've already done. So we move on to the dashboard. So let's move that off to there. The dashboard will come down here. That will be later. Right, we need to take a bit off of the dashboard. We're taking off lower right dashboard housing. Let's get it all the same way around as that and make sure it is that bit. It does, certainly is. This piece comes off. I can understand the fitting it and it being an issue to make up the dashboard, but yeah, you want to be taking it apart and putting it back together again. I suppose it doesn't really matter, does it? Oh yeah, there we go. Right, then I need the label H. There's one that's got an H on it. So these two wires and another wire. Wait, oh, and G. Get G as well while I'm here. I, G, there we go. Right, let's have a look. These two are going into these two holes in the monitor screen housing. Not in there, it's underneath there. It's got to be into these two here. And one goes into the top one. That should just push in there. That does, that works. And these two will go into there. Break them. Fairly tight fit, but not terrible. That and then push it in. Pretty tight, or I've not got it lined up properly. All there is, so bit of wibbling and wobbling, and that's gone in there. Right, that's the three of those done. Nice and easy. Get those wires out of the way for now. Oh, not getting them away. Not doing anything with that quite yet. That's got two holes on the back of that as well, so that will need illumination at some point. But first of all, I am taking O and L. L. Okay. And O. Okay. So 44D is O. They're going on the ones on the left. Startup bracket. Okay. Voice box and the startup bracket. That's this bit down over here. Yeah, there's two holes there, one going down into that. Oh, massive lights across the top. And that one will go in there, which is the voice box bit. Or either side and push it in. So, yep, happy with that. And then two holes in the right hand instrument housing. That's the only other one left there. So let's get these in. Yeah, one there. In a little bit and then back out again. The plastic brackets around, it's not terribly easy to get these where you need it to go. I'm going to go through that gap there actually. hopefully. And I can get that lined up with that. Get that in there. Yep, that's done a thing. So that's that. Then we need J, I, A, one with lots of lights on it, 3 lights on that. 2 of those are going into here. Third will go elsewhere. Those 2 in there. The ends of the 2 cables LEDs to the lower right dashboard housing using adhesive tape. Really? In there quite secure. I don't think I really need to worry about that, but it says to. So we shall. Provided tape, so we shall use the tape. There. Make sure it doesn't escape, I assume. They were quite a tight fit, like all the others, so I don't think that's really necessary, but here we go. Then we've got to put this back in place. Oh, it is. It's got it going over. Yeah, did I not already do that? Put one of these in the wrong place. Refasten the lower right dashboard housing to the inner frame columns with 2 GP screws. Insert the LED light left free from the cable into the hole in the left instrument housing. Oh, it's right the way over here. Yeah, it's all the way over there. Right, let's go there. Oh, the screen's popped out. Back there. Right, let's get that where it should be. Yeah. That in place with these 2. Again. That's not going to be escaping anymore. That and that. Okay. And then this bulb has got to go all the way over to there by the looks of it. Yeah. That over that way. I'll go under these. That will go in there. Or a hole there, but maybe I didn't. Hang about. It's right in the middle over down there. Right in and under. Round. About there. Right. I've still got I. I haven't done I yet. Oh, no, I know where I'm doing I. That's the different one. So there we have the dashboard illumination ready to go. Now, we did test them all. They did work, but I could plug them back in, but I'm not going to at the moment. We'll get it all installed first. That's that. So that's that done as well. Screws. Why are they providing me loads of GP screws if I'm using the ones that I've already got? Anyway, now this comes apart again. Yeah. Steering column extra bit. Take that off of there. Comes apart, or it should. Let's get that apart. Go. And this is where I comes into it. Don't need to worry about that bit at the moment. These are the inline lights which just fit in there. We'll take that round underneath that hole. We're not going through the center hole, or even if we do need to, we can do that the other end, as it were, can't we? That's going to go there. That's going to go there. Wind up. This has screw holes in there that we didn't put in yet. So I'm still going to take these underneath that, out the way of that screw hole. Fairly tricky. I want to get the wires caught up anywhere, so proving a little bit more difficult because of the shaping of it. That all the way under there. Back one can just go over the top of it, like so, and that's still in the right place there until I let my finger up. Really tricky getting both of these to stay in place. I'd have thought this would have been a better place to put the tape. There you go. Yeah. Right, let's figure this out again. Going in there, that's going over there. All of this has got to come through there. That's actually got it coming the other way. It's got this up that way with the wire going above. Look. Oh, because there's room in the middle there for that. Okay. I sort of understand. Let's try it one side at a time then. Take that through there and across there. That will come to there. Long way up now, but yeah. Get the plan. Just tricky to maneuver. Those tucked away underneath there. That's good. Then that'll go around the top of that bit and into the middle of that bit. Right, so far so good with that. Let's give this a good twist around to get it the right way up. That's there with those wires coming down underneath there and above there. There. Hopefully, just about like that. Try that. Right way up. Good. I'm actually going to get a screw in that side first. I know that side's in the right. It doesn't feel like it's in the right place again now. It's moved again. Oh, no, it hasn't. It's just not quite down. But it will be momentarily. I need more AP screws for those on either side. Goes back in there. There. Okay. Right, so we've got the AP screw that goes there. That will hold that side down. Was that AP screws that I took out of there? It just says removing the screws. So no, I'm going to put those screws back in the middle bit. Well, that's correct. Let's get one of those in there anyway. Go, right, then we can worry about the other side. That actually looks like that's all where it should be. Case of getting that lined up again. There. That. Not quite flush home, but it's obviously got the illumination thing all fitted in there now, so it wouldn't necessarily be quite as flush. That. So that will now illuminate when that's powered. So far so good with that. Then it says to use some GP screws, and they're going to go into the top of that. So many GP screws if we only needed a couple of them. I don't know. I'll keep them aside for later. The possibility that we'll be using them next time. So this is being fitted to here. That's what goes on the top there. Like that. Where's that wire going? It's sort of doubled back and coming. I'd have thought it would have come out backwards, but it sort of hasn't. Down that way. Down in there like that. Okay, I get it. I understand. These screws will hold this in place on there, and then the rest of the lights. Lots of lights. They're all on separate connections because it obviously has the startup sequence, lights them up in a particular order. You can't just have all of them coming on immediately. Wires out the way. Oh, yes, there we have it. All wired up. All good to go. Plugs and wires all over the place now. Oh, yes. There we have the steering column going through the middle there. All these wires will go off through the back to wherever they need to go. And the brake pedal will go down there somewhere. And when you push the brake, the lights will brighten up. So that's that. A little bit complicated, but not too bad. Well, it was 20 minutes, but you know, it's okay. We get there in the end, and I'm sure everything will work as intended. When I plug them in, it didn't feel like I had any problems with bending any of the lights or anything. So should all be good. We'll find out at some point in the future. So thank you for watching. Stick around for the next part where we're doing more things, and I shall see you very shortly. Thanks for watching. Bye bye for now.